All right, very few times do I book a guest just because I have to have the book. And this is one of those guests. Chris Hart is with us, barbecue champion. His book is called Grill to Perfection. Chris Hart, welcome to Big 550 KTRS here in St. Louis.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great. We should also say that on the cover of your book, it says you're a 35-time Kansas City Barbecue Society Grand Champion, which means you'd come in like 17th here in St. Louis.
Well, I don't know about that. I won the world championship in Lynchburg, Tennessee, a couple of years back, beating all those southern teams. A guy from Boston taking down one of the biggest barbecue titles in the world. So I hold my own.
All right, good. Fair enough. Barbecuing or grilling, do we use it the same way, and should we? When we talk
We
about
should
it.
not.
Yeah.
You can use some grilling techniques to create barbecue, but one of the key things with barbecue is that you're using these big, gnarly pieces of meat that take a long time to cook. A pork shoulder, a beef brisket, racks of ribs, and if you put them directly over a fire, often the grilling is directly over fire, it will burn before it gets cooked. So barbecue is typically indirect, and grilling is typically direct. So there are different techniques, and usually very different foods.
Okay, so your book is more barbecue or more grilling or a little bit of both?
It's more on the grilling side. We do a couple recipes that are barbecue. We have some rib recipes, and we have a pork shoulder recipe. And you can use your grill to create things like barbecue. They get a little bit more crunchy, a little bit more of a crust over a direct fire, but it can be done. But the majority of the book are recipes that are a little bit more not big, long weekend projects that barbecue can turn into, but stuff you can do just during the week and, cook something great in an hour or less.
Yeah, when you talk about grilling, is it okay to have a gas grill or a brisket grill or both, or does it matter?
Gas grill's okay. One of the major problems that a lot of folks have with grilling, where they don't get the nice crust that you really are looking for, is sometimes a cheap gas grill doesn't put off enough heat. Right, so if you get a real inexpensive one, or you snag one off of someone's put in front of their house for free or something like that,
right.
You end up more like steaming your food. And so if you're looking for an inexpensive way to grill, my recommendation is a bag of charcoal and a Weber kettle grill. You can get that for under $100, and you can just create wonderful heat and the kind of heat that you need to get the char. The char is where the flavor is. If you're not getting that crust and that char, you might as well just cook it indoors, because it's what grilling is all about.
St. Louis Home Fires here in St. Louis told me that lump charcoal is probably the best to do in terms of charcoal, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, those briquettes, there's some better ones now, but those briquettes are filled with stuff that you wouldn't be psyched to have it on your food, whereas lump charcoal is just pure 100% wood that's been kind of put through a kiln, so it's nice and dry, and it lights really easily, and it gives off great heat and nice smoky flavor.
The book is called Grilled to Perfection. Chris Hart is our guest for a couple more minutes. So if you're going to get a grill, at least spend the money to get a good gas quality grill.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a gas grill, go up one notch. Try to stretch your budget a little bit, and find something that can put off some heat. So what you're looking for heat, and if you can do this at a home store or something like that, where they have the grills outside, ask them to fire it up. When you put it on high, you put your hand above the grates, about 6 to 8 inches above the grates, and you shouldn't be able to hold it there for more than a couple seconds. 1/1000, 2/1000. If you can kind of hold your hand there for longer than that, it's not hot enough. It's not going to get hot enough to get the crust. So you want if you test it out, it should be about 2 seconds, and if you get that nice intense heat, you're off and running, and you have the equipment you need.
What about the big green eggs and some of those other sort of big green or black ceramic smokers and or grillers? Do those work for grilling?
Those are fantastic. I have one on my deck. I've owned many smokers and grills over the years, and that's one of my keepers, is a big green egg. I use it all the time. It's particularly great if you're interested in grilling all year round, because it's insulated, and you can go outside on your deck on the kind of nights that we've had a lot of this year,
Right.
and grill, right through the snow. So it's well insulated. They work well. I highly recommend those ceramics. Those are fun.
Chris Hart is with us. A couple more minutes with him. The book is called Grilled to Perfection. It's a brand new book out. Two champion pit masters share recipes and techniques for unforgettable backyard grilling. I have to ask you about grilled onion gravy. You can make this on your barbecue or on your grill?
Oh yeah, that's one of the fun things we like to do in this book. It doesn't, your grilled item doesn't always need to be the center of the plate protein. It doesn't always need to be, the grilled salmon or the grilled chicken. It can be things like gravy. It can be things like a grilled vegetable salad. That's a side dish. So we try to embrace doing all sorts of different grilled dishes, sides and gravies and sauces, and something like a grilled onion gravy. It's nice and smoky. The onions get sweet and caramelized. It's a nice special dish. You could put almost anything. It tastes great.
The picture in the book has it in some type of sort of cast iron grill. You can do that on your right there. Do it right there on that cast iron grill.
Love doing that. Getting your grill going and putting a cast iron pan right on it. Any kind of dish that might kind of fall through the slats of a grill, like maybe if it's springtime, you want to grill some asparagus. Just put that cast iron pan right on the grill. Throw the asparagus in the pan, really hot. Close the grill. It's going to pick up some smokiness of the grill and. Get all nice and crusty and caramelized.
I am so hungry right now.
that cast iron grill, the one Grandma had that people throw out, those things are worth their weight in gold, correct?
That's all. That's my main cooking pan at home. Is a stack of cast iron pans. And the number one thing is that if you go into your grandma's attic and get those pans, is don't scrub them clean. Black is good. You wanna use water. Never use soap. Oil them up. And that patina and that kind of dark black crust that's on those pans that took 50 years to create by cooking for you all those years, you want to keep that. Don't scrub it out.
There you go. Important stuff. The book is called Grilled to Perfection. Chris Hart, our guest, BarBeQue champion. The book, Grilled to Perfection, a must-have. Great book, great pictures, and very simple, easy recipes to enjoy all summer long. Chris, thanks for stopping by, and we'll have a good summer.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it. 8:59 here, Big 550 KTRS.